Hi everybody, this is Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We are here with you on a Friday morning and the sun is shining, but I bet Susan Bellamy, you're down in Florida and the sun is definitely shining down by you as well. I have a little bit of a switcheroo in the plan for you guys today. When I was checking my box last night of all my pre-order things that I purchased on Tuesday, I realized that the kit that we were going to do for class today was actually not in the box. And I looked back at the tracking and I put 2 orders in that day. One I did with the expedited 2-day shipping and the other order I did with regular UPS ground. And I checked the tracking and you guys, it's not going to be here till Wednesday. So I had to think fast on what we can do to keep the live for today and get something else accomplished. And you guys have been asking for this. And so I thought what we're going to do instead is go through the scavenger hunt. Hi, Sherry Everett. So I spent an hour last night going through and doing the final grading on them. And in the interim, I put in a 2-day order just now. And on Tuesday, another kit should be arriving so that we can do the kit class. I switched it, you guys, to be on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Hi, Carol Alanis. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. So, little switcherooing of the plan. So we're going to do the scavenger hunt, and then as long as we're doing the scavenger hunt, you guys, it's the beginning of the month. So I actually printed off a sheet here. I pulled the names for all the people that did the monthly creative challenge in November, the class card challenge, got the top fans, and we did the VIP list so that we can draw those names. Hi, Angelique. So I hope you guys don't mind. I also have some happy mail we're going to go through. But no kit class today. So Susan Bellamy, I know you were the one that said yesterday that you have your kit ready to go. I think there was one other person too. Hi, Jean Maxwell. But I did reschedule it for Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central. So a few more days to look forward to that class. But we'll get rocking and rolling with the scavenger hunt. I think it was by far the most responses I had for a scavenger hunt ever, which was pretty good. It's exciting. I don't think I got it out to you guys as early as I normally did in the past. I think that normally I would have them out 3 weeks before the catalog launches actually, and then you guys would have till a month after. Well, this one I extended it because I didn't have it ready till sometime in early October, and the final, they were due here on the 31st of October. So we're a little bit slackering on getting the grading done, but we got it done. I had a helper that went through the first round and did preliminaries. And then I went through with a fine tooth comb and tried to figure out myself as well. So you guys, that's what we're gonna do first. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you the happy meal I got, and then we'll go through the scavenger hunts. Hi, Connie Moore. All right, you guys, I don't know if Jenna Helms is gonna be watching, but she gave me this right here, this beautiful Stanley mug. And when she gave it to me, it was at the Escape back in September. And I just pulled, hi, Randy Schultz, I just pulled the mug out and I didn't look further in the bag. And in the bag, you guys, there was a beautiful card. And I went through and I was doing a little housekeeping last night and I found the bag and I opened up and I found this beautiful card in here. And I'm so excited because this fold right here, hi Judy Immel, I'm Mary Ellen Ryan. This fold is exactly, if you guys saw last night the live, we have the painted or perennial lavender class coming up, and we're doing a fold just like this that showcases the DSP. That's this, like this print on this side, and then you flip it over, and well, we must have been on the same wavelength. Hi, Linda Hunt. So, beautiful card from Jenna Helms, and she wrote a lovely note on the inside, and so I'm so happy she's on the team as well. And then this is the mail I've gotten over the last couple days, you guys. So this came to me from Jillian Altacino. She's a newbie customer. She just moved into the Fond du Lac area from out of state, and she's been taking some of my classes. And this is what it's like, the little diamond dot painting on her card, and she included a picture on the inside, and I thought that was really cute. So that one's from Jillian. This one is, I opened this up and I knew instantly who this was from. This is from Chris Duderenke, because we talked about what she was going to make for her Christmas cards, and it's one of these. Hi, Rose. Rose is why just sent me a message on Messenger. But you guys, so Chris Duderenke is on my team, and she's never done a presentation for the winter or any of my escapes. And I'm so happy to tell you that there's been some switching around to the creative presentations, and we're going to have more people doing presentation. So we're still going to have 8 creative presentations, just more people are going to do them. And so Chris has volunteered to show everybody who is part of the Winter Creative Escape how to make this lovely card. I don't know exactly what the name of it is, but to me, there's tubes in the back here. And I don't know, I'd call it a tubing sliding card or something like that. But she probably has the technical name. So if anybody does get signed up for the Winter Creative Escape with me next month, you're going to get to watch Chris in action making this beautiful card. Not this one, but this style or this layout she's going to do. And then here I had a beautiful card from Keith and Jenny Wiegman. So I actually worked, I worked with Jenny at the UW Oshkosh box office back in the years 1998, 99, 2000, 2001 when I was up at UW Oshkosh. So we still exchange Christmas cards. And then I've got some other Christmas cards from family members that came in. And then this one is from, oh, I got to process, you guys, bad news bears. I didn't process this, Lynn Beasley. You guys learned my dilemma I had last night that I put cards in this pile before I processed them. So this is from Lynn Beasley. I got a beautiful Christmas card. This frame is from that Woven Heirlooms, if I'm not mistaken. And this Christmas set was from the catalog last year, if I remember correctly. So very pretty. I love the designer paper was from like Brightly Gleaming a couple years ago. This one I believe is from, Carmen Melendez. She used above it all, and she put the little gondola on the track going over the trees. Very pretty. Thank you for your card. I love it, Carmen. Yes, Chris did a beautiful card. She did do that. Oh, Jenna, you missed my card. Jenna, as I started off with you. Here you are, girlfriend. There's your card. I found it. You probably wondered if you, like, why I've never shown your card on a live. Because you guys, every card I really get, I try to show it off. This is from Debbie Schultz. Pretty Christmas card. This was a punch that was from like 3 Christmas catalogs ago in the Pines. Or there was something with the Pines. I think that was a complimentary set to it. But there was plaid, Christmas plaid, tree plaid. I don't know. There's a punch with the tree, and it had a stamp set that went with it. Hi, Sherry Martin. Very pretty card, Debbie. And then this one is from Sharon Land. Very pretty Christmas card. Celebration Tidings is what I remember with that gingham paper, or it was a big 12 by 12 pack actually from last year, like with plaid, all different colors of plaid. She made some strips here that kind of fill in the background. And then the moose here comes from like mistletoe wishes or mistletoe something. The trees are some really pretty green glimmer paper. And the burlap ribbon from I think it's cherry cobbler or real red and burlap combo pack. So Sharon's got a lovely note in here too. You guys, so if you're ever wondering about what, like when you get a card in the mail and it has a sheet of paper like this over, that helps to protect the embellishments from going through your envelope. And then I got one more here from Anna and Mike Rebedu. And you guys might recognize this one. Compliments to Susan Bellamy. We did a Share, Create, Inspire card class. I think it was in the month of November. And this was the layout. It's kind of like a pinwheel. And she really juiced up the inside here. Really pretty with different designer paper and some stamping. And the lamb technique here on the bottom. Because Kelly always would do the lamb technique with her ribbon. So very pretty, Anna. All right, so that's what we've got for Happy Mail that came in. I've got some more that came in today, but you guys know what happened to me yesterday. I'm not going to process it and show it off to you until it's processed, I should say. All right, and then last night, if you guys were watching class, I didn't have these 100% done, and they are done now. The embellishments came in my pre-order yesterday, and so these are a free item you can get during Sale-a-bration with a $50 order, and they match the softly stippled paper perfectly. And that is what we featured with this Heartful Hexagons class. And so I got to add the embellishments, and all of these are double matted on the inside. So this is the quarterly order-based class that if you're a customer of mine, you can place a $50 order to get this class for free. It's the first Friday in January. If you're on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, we give the team pricing option that it would be like a regular class, $20 or free with a $50 order. And then if you need it mailed, there's shipping that would be added. So just a note that if you're on the team, you could have either option if you want. So we went with a wedding card, sending love and hugs, And that one is in, could be A Year in My Thoughts, and then another one like that. And then there's a really pretty sympathy saying in that one. And then we use some distressed gold. With this one, you'll get an eighth a pack of the DSP. So you'll get one 6x6 sheet of each of the patterns, and then you'll get to cut and have leftovers for your envelope flaps if you want. And then really pretty on the inside. So that leaf is from Gorgeously Made, and that Gorgeously Made class is coming up in a couple weeks, you guys. I have tons and tons of this class left in case anybody would still like to get this one. So Susan Bellamy, we cased your card multiple times, if you can see that. So you guys, this is the ink, paper, scissors for the month of December. And if anybody would still like to get signed up, we can get these, the kits and the goodie bag out in the mail to you like this, not this week yet, but probably early next week. Okay, so then the other thing I needed to share with you is I got this from Shirley Malarkey. She sent me a little bee, like looks like this, and there's a little saying that goes with it. And so I wanted to say thanks to Shirley Malarkey for sending me the cute little bee. All right, so you guys ready for the scavenger hunt? Hi, Carmen Sanders. I know it's a change of plans, but I feel like this is long overdue. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what the questions were and go find the answers. And then the other thing we're going to talk about too is some of the stuff that's in this catalog. This catalog is a short-lived catalog. It's from September to December. So it's kind of winding down here. And there are some things that are no longer available. So if you're uncertain, if there's something that, if you want it and you're not certain if it's still available, the easiest way to check it out is go to the stampinup.com website. If you're not tech savvy or you have a hard time with the internet and you just want help, just reach out to me. I don't mind helping if you call or text me. But if you go to stampinup.com, and you go to the online store. So I just heard on the Chatterbox yesterday on Facebook that the Berry Cute Punch is no longer available. And so let's just see here. Hang on one second. I am not wanting to be in here as a demonstrator. I want to switch that. Hang on. Let's go to Shop Products. So here is where you would have different products. So we were talking about, let's just think here. I'm going to go through this website versus shopping through the demonstrator website is slightly different. I want to show you what it looks like here. So this is what it would look like if you were shopping as a customer. You just hit this hourglass button, and we're talking about the Berry Cute. So if you're uncertain, you just go into this online store and you can look. And I heard that the punch sold out yesterday or the day before. But like the stamps are still there, the note cards and envelopes are there. Anything that's retiring, it says retiring soon. So when that says retiring soon, that means that it's going to only be available through January 3rd or while supplies last. This one, the Snowflake Sky, says currently unavailable. So that might be done, or they might be ordering more and carrying it over into the new year. Sometimes what they do is when they retire items, if they run out of items, they will put them into the online store only. And there is a whole list. There's a whole list that you guys can find out on my website. And so as we're talking, I guess I'm going through this because we might be talking about things in this catalog and some of it might be retired already. And the way that you can know if things are carrying over or not, if you go to the newsletter and files section of my website, I have right here a holiday mini catalog last chance list and a holiday mini catalog carryover list. These are PDFs that you can pull up, print, and you'll know if they're planning to carry them over or not. The other thing too is some things got put on a reduced price, up to 60% off on certain items, and that's always based on inventory. If they have a lot of inventory, they make it a higher discount. And what you can do is check the online store. That will easily help you figure out what the price would be. So I still haven't seen my video pop up here, you guys, so we'll try to open that up again. But we're going to be going through this catalog, answering questions, and if I can think of things off the top of my head, if they're available or not, I'll try to mention that, and if they're not, then we will just, you guys will just have to look in the online store. So all of the answers pertain to this 2023 holiday catalog, and we'll go through the questions. So I've got Elizabeth's up here, and I actually have jeans. And so I'm going to, I don't know if anybody, I'm going to cover up, oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but I'm going to do this. and I'm going to do this. Okay? Because these are the tiebreaker questions if we need them. So I've gone through and I've graded them all, and all these people had more than one wrong. These people had half wrong. And then these people, if I ignore one question, there's two people that had all the answers correct. I usually use those people as the answer key. All right, so how many new packs of designer series paper were introduced in the new mini? And which one do you like the best? All right, so that's a 2-point question. If you don't say which one you like the best, I dock you half a point. So every question on here needs to be answered. So the easiest way to go back is to go back to the in the end of the catalog and look at the designer series paper. Yes, the designer series paper is shown throughout the catalog, but they have a nice little index at the back here that shows all the different categories of products. And so when we look at paper, it's got to say designer series paper. So like the Memories and More card pack, or this note cards and envelopes, the foil paper, like mini envelopes, the glow in the dark is not specialty. These nested treat boxes aren't. So I did have some people that just counted everything on here, but it needed to say designer series paper. And it does sometimes mention that some of it's specialty paper, and that's okay. It still says designer series paper. So we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hang on, I counted bad. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I would have to say almost everybody got that right because it was 13. And All About Autumn was a big favorite. And I know like Jean put here 13 or 15. Like 13 was the correct answer. And she did put in parentheses foil sheets and glow in the dark. If people gave me multiple answers, and they were kind of like not sure which answer it was, to me that was not knowing what the right answer was. So it is 13 packs, and then All About Autumn is Elizabeth's. A lot of people picked Oh Holy Night as their favorite paper. And what was the other one? The Winter Meadow was another fan favorite. All right, so flip it in reverse. I'm a reversible stamp set. What is my name, and what page can you find me on? I think absolutely everybody and their brother got this one correct. So page 41, and it's called Precious Pine Cones. And the reversible part comes in, the stamp is solid on one side, and then it's got the texture and detail on the other. And you want to make sure you clean it in between, but what you would do is stamp the solid, probably the detail first, and then the solid second is how I've kind of found that works best for me. And so this is a reversible, and they have other reversible stamps in the annual catalog as well. But I feel like almost everybody got that one. I am a non-traditional color suite with a traditional twist. What is my name, and what is your favorite pattern from the DSP? I would have to say everybody but maybe 2 people picked this set. So I think everybody was on the same page because this is definitely a traditional Christmas with light bulbs, but the way that they made it bright colors with the melon mambo and the granny apple, it put a traditional twist on it. And I would have to say a lot of people picked for their favorite patterns. They picked the stripes and the traditional light bulbs. And so in this case, Elizabeth picked the multicolored dots pattern. So there's 2 of them. There's multicolored dots there, and then I feel like there's one right there. So there's actually 2, a bigger circle and a smaller circle. Okay, how many new suites are featured in the holiday catalog, and which one are you most excited for? So this is an easy one, because if you go to the front of the catalog, in every catalog, Stampin' Up! Gives a table of contents, and they always list out all the different suites. Generally, there's 8 suites in a book, like the mini here has 8. I believe the next mini has 8. That's usually their golden number is 8. In the annual catalog, it varies a little bit. Sometimes I've seen 10. And so you could count these. And then it's a 2-part question, though, because it says, which one are you most excited for? So All About Autumn. I would have to say a lot of people were excited for All About Autumn. And another close is Oh Holy Night. You guys absolutely were crazy for Oh Holy Night. And so I'm still looking here as to see if the video will actually pop up in this news feed, and it won't quite yet. So no, interesting. So I was trying to watch you guys. I like to watch your comments in both spots, and so eventually it pops up. So we'll leave that so it can refresh maybe. Okay, next one. What are the 4 percentage levels of Stampin' Rewards that you can earn by being a hostess? At what amount do you earn a half off? That's in the back of the book. They always have a little page here dedicated to the host rewards. And so the 4 different percentage levels are listed there. So I think almost everybody got 10, 12, 14, and 16. They got that right. So this is, again, 2-part question. And so if you had that right and you didn't have this right, I still gave you a half a point. It says for the second part of this, at what point do you earn a half off item? There was a bunch of people here that actually got that wrong. Some people didn't realize that the half off item starts at a $450 workshop, and they had referenced $600. So some people got a half a point for that. And some people, there was a lot that got the $450. So just know, if you do an order with yourself, and you can, as a demonstrator or as a customer, if it's $450, you get to pick a half off item. So if you're close, like let's say you're putting in a big order for you and you've got a couple friends ordering with you, and you're at like $425, you want to make sure you get to that extra the $25 to get to $450, so that you get the half off item. And for half off items, you can pick lots of different things. You can't pick sweets. So like the sweet number that's referenced in this book, like the sweet number there, that's not available. Prepaid paper pumpkin subscriptions aren't available. And there's one other thing, the machine, the die cutting machine is not available. But the mini one, I believe, is available. And the like clear block bundles available. So bundles are definitely, you want to go for the highest thing you can get that you want for getting a half off item. Stampin' Up! Wants to make a difference in the lives of those we care about. What is the name of the product that you can purchase? And Stampin' Up! Will donate $3 to support organizations spreading cheer and providing support. Right here in the front of the book, it talks about that. It says here, making a difference. And I kind of took that word for word out of this paragraph right here. And the answer is a walk in the forest, 12 by 12 designer series paper. So that's that answer. Accents and embellishments. How many new ones were introduced to add texture, sparkle, and bling to your projects? Again, go to the back of the book and they have an index. And it's on the page opposite of the designer paper. And we have accents and embellishments. Now, we're not talking ribbon. I think somebody figured they added in ribbon, but it's how many accents and embellishments. And I took the word from right here, accents and embellishments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what we have. And then what do you get in your standard starter kit for $99 during October? What do you get if you choose the $64.35 option? Okay, Elizabeth went over the top with this. She really did put absolutely everything that was available. And it talks about, this was for October, right? This is when these were due. So in the $99 kit, you got to choose $168.75 worth of products. You get order forms, paper pumpkin kit, you get 8 mini catalogs, 8 annual catalogs, promotional materials, free registration to Onstage, and free shipping. In the $64.35 option, you get $125 worth of products, and then the same stuff. So you get a whole business supply starter kit. And this business supply starter kit includes all those things. And a lot of people, they want to sign up, but they don't want to do this as a business or ever have classes or do anything remotely involved to anything besides ordering product. And that, you guys, is A-okay. There's going to be another sign-up special in January. In January for sale-a-bration, starting the 4th, you'll be able to get 2 options. You can pick 2 things. So if you are on the fence about signing up and you're not sure if you want to or not, you can have some time to think about it. I would love for you to join the Be Happy Stampers with open wings. We would welcome you all. And the starter kit special for January is you can pick that glass mat. And there's been a lot of talk about that. There's a new Stampin' Up! Glass mat that fits on your workspace. And it's great for when you want to do coloring or you have glue that you get on things, because you can wipe it off really easily with like an alcohol wipe. So if you get color on it or glue on it, it's easy cleanup on aisle 9. And there also is a little tray kind of silicone mat thing that is for like putting your ink colors in, like if you want to do like stuff with paintbrushes. And there's one other thing that comes with it. So you can pick that option, or you could pick $30 more in product. So you'd get $155 worth of product. So that's starting in January. So I have some people that are waiting in limbo here, and they're just ready to get started and are excited to get signed up. And the business pack is part of when you sign up. It's part of the starter kit. And people don't, I've heard that people are afraid to sign up because they don't want that business starter kit. And I just want to let you know that if anybody ever signs up on my team and they don't want that business starter kit, those catalogs, some people send me those things in the mail, and I love getting the extra order forms. Don't throw them away. Like, let's put them to good use, and people don't want to have the thought of throwing stuff like that away. So we work it out so that you don't ever have to feel like you're throwing anything away. All right. How many new rolls of ribbon twine trim were introduced in the new mini catalog? We have 8, okay? If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is a double pack, so 7, 8. It doesn't say how many packs were, like, it doesn't mean them individually. So this one was 8. I think a lot of people got 7 and 8 and 9 correct too. How many years is Stampin' Up! Celebrating for their anniversary this month? And this was in October, and I don't know if it really calls it out in here at all, what year they have, but this might have been one that you had to look outside the catalog, or you had to hear us talking about it in October, but nobody got it wrong. Anybody who filled out this form, it was right. It was 35 years. They started in 1988. So 35-year anniversary was in October. And they have their anniversary is the same month as mine. Mine is October 13th of 2013. So I had my 10-year anniversary, and I just got my 10-year pin in the mail. Did you know you receive a 10% discount when ordering a bundle? How many new bundles are offered in the holiday catalog? How many questions are there, you guys? There's 2. There are 2. And this still is not popping up. So we're going to... Okay. So the 2-point question. If you didn't say yes or no, I did give you guys... I got to find ways because there's... I got to make it a little tricky. So you had to have yes or no if you knew that you got a 10% discount if you got a bundle, but the bundles are all in the back here. And all you needed to do is go through and count the bundles. There's that very cute, the punch is gone. And then you just count them. And sometimes it's tricky. In the annual catalog, there are other bundles. The ink pads have bundles, the re-inkers have bundles. But on this one, the bundles were all primarily stamp sets. So 27 was the right answer. I can be used year-round to celebrate an occasion. What stamp set bundle am I? All right. So we were looking for a specific answer, something that you could use year round, not just like 3 occasions out of the year, not even just 5. It had to be like year round. And there's a stamp set in the book. There were 2 different ones that people were putting, but the majority, I'd have to say 75% got this one right. It's called Throughout the Year, page 61. When you go to this stamp set, you're going to see why. It has Best of Luck, could be used for St. Patty's Day. Be My Valentine, could be used for Valentine's Day. Trick or Treat for Halloween. Cheers to you and the New Year, New Year's. Happiest of birthdays, any month. Happy Easter, Happy Holidays is generally encompassing. You Mean So Much to Me, could be used for Mother's Day, Father's Day. Thank you, also throughout the year. So the answer that we were looking for is Throughout the Year stamp set. What are the names of the exclusive host products that were introduced in the holiday catalog? What page can you find them on? A part question. And it was kind of tricky. In the past, Stampin' Up! Has usually had multiple things in this category. And so when you see plural with what are the names and products, you might be thinking, is she trying to trick me? I wasn't intentionally trying to trick you. I think that I didn't pay attention that there's only one. You guys, when I make the scavenger hunt, I don't make the answer key right away. I usually make the answer key by grading all of them and taking the person who's got the most right and keeping them as the answer key. So, or like looking through the questions and seeing what the majority of the answer is and like, oh yeah, that's right. So I make the answer key when I grade them. So if you look here, there's only one thing. It's called Framing Foliage and it's on page 79. So that's what we're looking for here. All right, we're gonna skip 14 for the moment and we'll come back to that. How many new embossing folders were introduced in the holiday catalog? And that one, you can go back to this index here. And it wasn't meant to trick you, but there are 6. If you go 1, 2, 3, this one has 2, and that one has 1, it would be 6. I think some people may have missed that there's 2 here, or they may have missed that the hybrid and they didn't think that the hybrid counted, but it is an embossing folder that comes with those dies. All right, how many? Well, no, I can. So this was a fun question. So Chris Duderanke came up with some of these questions for me, you guys. That's how we got the scavenger hunt out to you. She helped me. So she came up with some of these cutesy, wordy questions. I can see right through. What stamp set bundle can you see through? Now, don't take it literally because there's no stamp set besides, well, I should take it back. Photopolymer stamps you can see through. But we were looking for the name of a stamp set that you can quote unquote see through. And the answer is translucent florals. I don't know if anybody really got this wrong, so I don't think it was too tricky for anybody. Let's go look to see what page it's on, so you can see it in the book. Page, right, 56. So page 56 is translucent florals. You guys probably got your fill of this stamp set. So it's translucent because translucent means see-through, right? So translucent florals was the name of for the answer for this one. Now, we did this class back early on. It was the quarterly order-based class. And then we did it again with a Stamp-A-Stack and completely changed it up with all the designer series paper that matches it. So 2 completely different classes. Different, like one was more fall autumny because we used the All About Autumn paper, and then this one was the bright cheerful colors that brought in the DSP. How many new punches were introduced in the holiday catalog? All right, let's look at punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we all got that right. That was good. What is the name of the set you can make cute little packages with that can be used to put treats in, not tricks, to bring smiles to your family and friends? So there were some answers other than tricks and treats bundle, but the answer we were going for was tricks and treats on page 50, right here, because it literally makes a cute little treat package. It makes bags. It could make it like a little, I guess, bags, and you could put handles on them. Like that is what is the name of the set? You can make cute little packages. So little treat packages. Like this is by far like the most obvious thing that was in here. I can't remember what some of the other ones were, but there was only a couple people that had something else, and I don't know what was it. I can't even. There must have been only one the nested treat boxes. Oh, so we were going for, what is the name of the set, right? Stamp set, die set. And a couple people put the nested treat boxes. So the nested treat boxes here, yes, those can be used to put treats in, but we asked for a set. And so that's why we went with tricks and treats. We didn't ask for packet, like this is not a stamp set, die set that you can, it's already made for you. Like these, you just have to like kind of fold them together and put the adhesive on, where the other one is like a die set. So that's what we were looking for. When you go to cut your tree down, don't forget to take some hot chocolate along. What set would you use? So let's look at this. We got 2 answers. One, this is on page 65. We were looking for this one right here, Warmest Heart. It's a thermos. You put your hot chocolate in it. It's transportable, right? When you go to cut your tree down, you're taking a thermos with you, something that has a closed lid that you're not going to spill it all over the place. So we were looking for Warmest Heart because of the whole, we are going to cut your tree down. When you go, don't forget to take hot chocolate along. Like that's why it's the thermos set that we were going for. We did get a lot of, not a lot, but probably a third of the people that answered this question, they gave us this answer right here. Let's see if I can find it really quick. This set. It says gift of giving, and it's got a hot chocolate, like ambiance going on, because it looks like there's marshmallows and a candy cane. There's actually a sprig of some poison berry, it looks like, and a cookie. No, it's not a poison berry, guys. I'm just kidding. It's probably like something mistletoe related. But this is definitely a cup of hot chocolate, potentially. But it's not one that you're going to take to go cut your Christmas tree down, right? So we did not give points for people who answered gift of giving just because of the nature of how we ask the question. If they took this in their car, they would most likely burn the hot chocolate on their lap, like spill it all over their lap and burn themselves. So we definitely did not want to go with this cup of hot chocolate that's open and not like easily transportable. Okay, so sorry for those that put gift of giving. We really were looking for the other. And that leaves us to this last question. So many snowflakes. Hi, Debbie Gast. I'm trying to see if there's, so I got Debbie is here. I haven't seen any other comments pop in, and I'm trying to see if because I want to do, I want to talk about the snowflakes with you guys. This is basically the last question, and I want to get not Pinterest. I want to get everybody's input on this whole snowflakes thing. Like, the question is always, generally I don't keep it because everybody's got different answers, but for some reason I had 53 on Elizabeth's, and so Jean put 2 answers, right? So she put 50 or 53. So she didn't really give me one answer. So that's why I'm on the fence about the grading, because if it truly is 53, Elizabeth wins, not Jean, because Jean put 2 answers down. And so Jean, I'm just being like very technical about it, that if the answer is 53, then I would say that Elizabeth won. And if the question is so ambiguous that it's neither 50 or 53, then I'm going to just disqualify the question. So, and then we would go with that you guys have a tie, and then it would go down to the tiebreaker question. And that's where I would tell you guys what they are, and you can tell me what you would pick for the answer. So I'm going to do this to see if this helps me in a second. So let's talk about the snowflakes. This is the last question. We're going to try to go through this. I'll be honest, like, what constitutes a snowflake? I started to create my little list, and I went page by page in here, and that's exactly what we're going to do really quick. We're going to look through here and look for snowflakes. So if you guys are still watching and you're wanting to help me figure out the right answer for this, and maybe we won't pick a winner at the current moment. Maybe we'll figure out where we're at with snowflakes, and then I'll tell you their answers for their tiebreaker question, and then you guys can comment. I agree to disagree. I was a little frustrated, but I can get most of it, and I had to knew the outcome. Melanie Foy, I don't know what you're talking about exactly. I understand you were a little frustrated. I got that. I mean, and to be honest with you guys, the scavenger hunt is not meant to cause you guys undue hardship, pain, agony, suffering, crying, tears of anything. It's meant to give you guys a perspective on the catalog. And that's why I always say, don't do it if it's going to make you frustrated or unhappy. The whole purpose is, when I started looking through Stampin' Up! Catalogs 23 years ago, I could look through a catalog 20 times and I would still miss something. And somebody would say, oh, did you see that? Or did you see that? I'm like, no, I didn't even see it. Okay. So the whole scavenger hunt came to be, and I've been doing this scavenger hunt for probably 7 years with every new catalog. It's meant for you guys to find things. It's meant to be fun and a good experience, not to cause you, like I mentioned, any kind of pain or suffering. So I always tell people, if that's what's happening, stop it. Don't do it anymore. But hopefully you're like, oh man, I didn't realize that there's such cute, pretty like patterns in this designer paper. Oh my gosh, there's foil paper in this catalog. So like, you can look through a catalog how many times and not realize that something's in there. All right. So that's what I'm going to kind of like put out there, and I put that out there every time. So we're just going to go through and see where we're at with snowflakes. And generally, and Judy Immel, if she's still watching, she knows that whenever I ask a question of how many stars are in, how many snowflakes are in, how many this are in, I always put a question like that, because it really makes you look at each stamp set, at the stamps in the stamp set. Like, you might overlook a stamp set because you're like, oh man, I don't like that in the stamp set. So you don't look at anything else in the stamp set. You might miss some awesome other stamps in there. So that's why I have you guys kind of look through. Okay, we're looking for snowflakes, right? Just don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Just go with it. All right. So we have here this set right here, and I put down these. But to me, there's no other snowflakes in this. There's a lot of stars going on. So I personally, and like, this is where Elizabeth and Jean, if they had lists, I'd love to see their lists. Sometimes what people will do on the back side of when they hand it in, and they'll put some notes on the back. Sometimes when people put the counting out process, it really helps me, because then I'm like, oh yeah, I might have missed that too. I didn't count those because to me, they're stars. But I guess, Jean, if you're still watching, So Angelique she says she always misses stuff. So this will be great. Yes. Jean Maxwell said Frozen. I'm not sure, Jean. If you're still watching, Jean, if you have your list, that would be awesome. I'd love to compare notes. But I was on the fence about these because are they stars or are they snowflakes? So, like, if you look at the card, they're using these dies as stars and snowflakes. So I was on the fence. I have it kind of written off to the side here, but I don't know for sure. All right, then on this one right here, I don't see any snowflakes. The Oh Holy Night, definitely nothing. Here, you guys, this is a star set. So like that right there, to me, they're stars. This is called Stars at Night. All this stuff is stars in the sky. All right. This one, this to me was like, oh, what is that? I don't know. It's two little circles, but to me, it's not snow. There's nothing else related here. Now, these to me, you guys, these are so little and tiny here. If you look at this right here, you might be like, huh, what is that? Those little dots, they don't really resemble snowflakes to me, but you could use them as snow in the sky. And so would you count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 little dots as snowflakes? Give me some feedback, guys. We're trying to figure this out. So I put Shop the Town. Are there potentially 14 right there? Good question. And then this right here. Whoa, right? Whoa is that? So what is that? That's a lot of stuff. Over here, they have stars. To me, they're making this look like stars in the sky. So this scene right here, they made it look like a plethora of stars in the sky. So I kind of like disregarded that because I started to count these and there was over 100 and nobody put 100 on for their list at all. So I was assuming that nobody else picked those either. So I wonder here, guys. Let's see if I just search cards by Christine. And there it is. I maybe have to do that going forward. Okay. The counting snowflakes with the punch, there was the punch, then the paper next to it. How did you count that? No punching. No punch. We're talking stamps. Those are dots. Okay. Perfect. Those are dots. All right. So Jean Maxwell put no, but Jean, I'm already on to a different question. So I don't know what you're saying no to. Maybe that you don't have your list. Okay, so these are dots, and then these are dots. Then I'm good with also saying that these don't count. All right, so there, see? Polling the audience. Then those are dots. All right. Then the bear set. Let's flip over here, and we can look at the stamp set in big. These are snowflakes, you guys. 2 snowflakes. We just established that these are dots, okay? You can make them look like snow. You can make them look like background. You can do whatever, but truly, technically, they're dots, all right? So now we go to this one. So this is called the gift of giving. And I also agree with you, Melanie, that these are dots, but they are also intertwined with snowflakes, right? And this too, they are, like, I feel like they are making this look like snowflakes around there. So I'm polling the audience, phoning a friend, help me out. Do we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because there's actually 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so the gift of giving, I was either at 16 or I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then down here, there's 12 more down here. I counted 12. Or if you're only counting 1, 2, 3, then you're not counting the dots, then that's only 3. So like gifted giving is either 3 or it is 12, or we're at 7 or 16, right? So up for debate right there. I'm telling you, up for debate. Now, Melanie Foy, then, what would you do with this one? I see that this is supposed to be like snowflakes, I think. But again, they're dots. But then you have 2 that look like they could be snowflakes. So I put 13 or I put 2. So I was trying to get up to like figure out how Jean got 50 or 53, and I was trying to figure out how Elizabeth got 53. So Debbie said 7 actual snowflakes. So if it's a circle falling from the sky with other snowflakes and it's still made out of snow and it's round, is it still a snowflake? I'm just asking for a friend. All right, I don't see anything there. I didn't see anything here. And then this one, I would definitely not consider those snowflakes because they are what is the decoration on the stocking. So no easy there. Now here's this one, guys. Here is called the Jolly Words. I would never, I completely looked over the set. I never even looked at it until I had to count snowflakes, I'll be honest. So these are snowflakes to me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I put 8. Like, I think that's 8. So I'm pretty sure that that one's 8. All right, then over here I would say, I would agree. Those are dots. I don't know what they're doing with it, but they are dots. Over here we have some snowflakes. Yay, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're obvious snowflakes. So I'm good with 4 for wishes all around. And then we have the winter magical meadow. You would think there would be a snowflake in there because it's the winter meadow, but there's nothing. I don't see a snowflake. Oh man, this is the most obvious. You don't have a list for your snowflakes. Okay, so this is the most obvious to me, you guys. I really get this. 2, 4, 6 for sparkling snowflakes. And then for this one, what would you do for above it all? They're scribbly snowflakes, but I think they're trying to make them look to be snowflakes, even though they don't truly look like a real snowflake. They're intended to be something falling from the sky, which is considered to be a snowflake. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? All right, so I put 8 there as like a question. Those to me are dots. All About Autumn, none. Good. This one, none. And this one, none. None. This So Sincere is so pretty. I don't know if this is carrying, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know the carrying over or the not carrying over. I did not memorize anything yet, but this is so pretty. The font in the set, I love the vertical happy birthday on the side. I did not give this stamp set much love and attention. You're in my heart and prayers is perfect. If you need a sympathy card on the inside, that is a perfect sentiment. You can count some dots and not others. Devil's advocate, I didn't do the scavenger hunt. Yeah, so it's a good question, Debbie. That's why snowflakes have 6 sides. Oh, Susan Wormley. Okay, so we're getting technical with a definition. Snowflakes have 6 sides. Okay, all right. We might keep that into consideration, Susan. I really appreciate that. So you guys, I didn't mean for the snowflakes to cause controversy amongst us, but like we'll get through it. It's all good. No, I'm not seeing any snowflakes here, snowflakes here. So with knowing that snowflakes have 6 sides, I like the thought process on that, Susan. Let's just verify. I want to see if there's anything else. Snowflake definition. This is kind of good for the next one because I think I've done snowflake defined to function definition. I think I've done this snowflake question on every one. A flake of snow, especially a feathery ice crystal, typically displaying delicate 6-fold symmetry. Okay. Typically displaying, it says typically. It doesn't say always. It says typically. Wasn't those front and back snowflakes, so just count 3? No. If we're going to the 6-pointed definition, I would say that if I wanted the silhouette of a stamp that looked like a snowflake, I would definitely count that. This is definitely, just because there's no detail on it, this is a separate stamp. These two are not back to back, like reversible stamps. These are 2 unique stamps. And this definitely, if anything looks like a snowflake to me, that looks like a snowflake, that looks like a snowflake, and that does. I think I'm good on counting 6 for this. If you guys think that that should be 3, if I get like 10 people saying, no, it should be 3, I'll go with it. But I personally think that's 6. Like, these are the most obvious 6 snowflakes in this entire catalog. For the modern garden, I would say there are no snowflakes in there. I know, Melanie, it's way too long, but reliving it now, right? Reliving the pain and suffering. All right, so I don't see anything here, you guys. You guys, and I apologize for this over and over. Like the scavenger hunt, I don't have as much time to do like these fun scavenger hunts like I used to. I am so inundated with a lot of other stuff that needs to get done before the fun things, like responding to people's emails, signing people up for classes, designing cards, cutting cards, prepping cards. Like, answering emails is by far the most important, and I can't even keep up with that. So you guys, I do apologize that we are a month after the scavenger hunt being graded. I could have completely disregarded it and not do it, But I feel like if we didn't do the scavenger hunt, a lot of people would miss out on doing the scavenger hunt. And there was about 25 people that did the scavenger hunt. And that is by far, I used to get only 3 people that would do a scavenger hunt. So if you don't, if you're turned off, Melanie, by that, the fact that it took me a month to get this graded, please, like, don't do them then in the future. I can't promise when I'm going to get these graded. Like, it is by far, like, one of the least things on my list to do. And I made it a point to do it last night because I ordered my kit wrong. So I apologize, you guys. I hope you're having fun going through, like, I'll be honest, this set right here, I didn't use this set, but I just absolutely adore this set. I love these little stickers, especially the naturey things with the sun shining and the mountain and this looks like painted glass to me. Like, I haven't used this set. I bought it because I thought it was so cute. We never used it in a class. So there we go. I agree, Randy Schultz. It was difficult to find the snowflakes. Yes, it was, you guys. Well, so people who've been doing the scavenger hunt with me for years now, 2-3 years, they know I generally just disqualify that question. The question, like I mentioned, is for you guys to see other stamp sets in the catalog. See the stamps within a set. Like I mentioned, you might not, like, if you're like me, you might open this catalog up and be like, oh my gosh, I hate that. What are you ever going to do with that? But then you might miss the pretty other stamps that are with it and the words that are with it. And you might then end up saying, wow, even though I'm not a fan of that, I love everything else. But because I didn't like this, I didn't look at anything else. That is the whole purpose of doing a question that is so open-ended like that. And then I get to go through the catalog with you guys and show you every stamp set going through it like I would look through it. So I do have a goal with that question, and it's not to cause Melanie or anybody pain with the question, right? So when it goes back to it, like, I was really curious how, like, Elizabeth and Jean got 53, because if the answer really is 53 or if it's 50, like, I'm like, okay. So the other thing is, what I do at the end is I do a tiebreaker question. The tiebreaker question helps. Like, so in case I do eliminate the snowflakes, if I, like, and I do, I generally just like, it's not that I just qualify it. I just love to see the random answers. Like from somebody had 2 all the way up to somebody had like 75, right? So honestly, like, whatever answer you answer doesn't matter, because, like, the goal is for you to look through the catalog, find the different stamp sets, look through, get inspired, find something that you're like, oh man, I didn't notice that was there. Okay, so don't fret over that question, you guys. All right, enough on it. So what I think we're gonna do is we'll disqualify the question like we always do, and we're gonna go down to the tiebreaker question, because Jean and Elizabeth so Jean did have 13 or 15 for the first one, which is 2 answers to me. But we'll let it go. Just so you guys know, in the future, if you do the scavenger hunt, 1 answer. If you guys have multiple answers because you weren't certain, then go with the answer you think is most right. And at the end, remember, it's for fun, right? It's for fun. So we're going to go, and I'm going to tell you guys, and we're going to do some prizes. We have some prizes we're going to give away for, like, the class challenge, the monthly challenge. And while we're going through and picking those names, we're going to poll the audience who's watching right now, and I believe there's 26 people watching. I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to tell you which one I'm telling you first, so don't assume it's Elizabeth or Jean. Just go with whatever one you like better. And at the end, if it's a kind of a tie, I'll just give both prizes, and it's okay. But it came down to a tiebreaker question, and the tiebreaker question says, in the festive and fun stamp set on page 13, what would you name this clan of critters? So let's go look at that really quick so you guys can see this. So I'll be honest, this set is kidsy. So if you have kids or grandkids, this might be perfect for them with the different animals. And so I said, what do you call the clan of critters? Okay. So I know that I've gotten a couple cards from you guys, and I got to see how fun you did with the coloring and how great you did with making cards with. I've gotten a couple cards using the set, so that's really awesome. All right. So the one is Mismatched Zoo Crew. And the other one is Holiday Cheer Squad. So for those that are watching, you're going to help me pick which tiebreaker question you like the best. Again, what I need from you in the comments is to write one or the other, so I know you're voting. So Mismatched Zoo Crew. So you could just write Zoo Crew. And the other one is called Holiday Cheer Squad. So if you want to shorten your answer, you could put Cheer Squad or Squad. So, like, that's what I'm looking for, is Zoo Crew or Squad, right? And what we'll do is somebody help me watch the comments. Maybe Deb Norman, you're watching. I'm phoning a friend. I'm asking you for help. If you can help watch the comments. And after I'm done doing the drawings that we have, if you could help me figure out who had the most responses for Zoo Crew or Squad, we'll figure out who we have for a winner. Okay? All right. Yeah. So Randy had problems deciding with Snowflake as well. So I think in the past I've had questions like how many stars are in here or how many flowers are in here. So, all right, you guys. So we're going to move on to the November monthly creative challenge. So every month I do a creative challenge. People can submit their cards. I do ask that you use only Stampin' Up! Product on the cards that you are submitting. And I ask also for you to call out the name of the stamp set. And then it's current product. So for example, if you wanted the Oh Holy Night to be your, Deb, I hope you're watching. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go back and kind of like go through them and count them. All right. So I do ask that you call out the name of the current stamp set that you're using. And so we had 9 people that went ahead and did the monthly creative challenge for November. And so we're going to pick a random winner here. All right. So we're going to flip down here and we're going to do a random number generator. So we had 9 people. And so I'm going to erase the 10 and put 9. And when I hit generate, it'll tell me a number. And it is number 8. Okay, so there's Jean Maxwell. She is the monthly creative challenge. If you guys are wondering where you find this information, what you do is you go to the Cards by Christine Facebook page, and I have this stuff pinned at the top as announcements. So right now you can already see that I've got the December creative challenge there, and I've got the class card challenge at the top. And as soon as I have these winners picked, I go into the one from November, add the winner who got picked, and then I untag these. So, all right, now we're going to go to the class card challenge. It's one thing for me and my helpers to kit up all of these fabulous card kits for you guys, but it makes me cry or think about, like, I don't cry, but it makes me sad to think about if you don't put the cards together. So I do a little challenge that if you put your cards together, that I want you to take a picture of it, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So here's the class card challenge, and what you do is you take a picture of your completed cards and look at Deb Norman. She did the fun folds from last week. She posted, she got her cards done. The last thing I want is for you guys to have them sit for a year or 2 years down the road and not put your cards together. Here's Susan Wormley got her monthly class done. Jenna Helms got her Stamp-A-Stack done. Feline got her All About Autumn done. And so I always take it in the month. So this was November's challenge. So card classes from October or November. You could post them in here. Show us that you got them done. Another awesome thing is that you can see what other people do. If they don't necessarily have the stamp set, what they use in lieu of it. So like for this one, Feline, she didn't use the rustic. She used it on this one, but she didn't use it on these. But look, her cards still turned out fabulous. They look great. So it just goes to show you, you don't have to necessarily have the stamp set or the ink colors that I potentially use. So we had 8 people. So I'm going to flip this over to 8, and I'm going to hit generate. I'm a poet, and I don't know it. Number 5. Angela Knutson. She will get a prize for sharing in the top fans. I have to do those outside of a random number generator. Facebook changed their algorithms or stuff like almost 2 years ago now, and I have to like scroll through, put my finger on. So Angelique McClendon, Judy Sharp, and Laura Sullivan. You were the top fans for the month, for your prize winners for the month of November. If you guys are wondering about the top fan, Facebook denotes Cheer Squad is 9 and Zoo Crew is 3. Okay. Perfect. All right. So if you comment and share a lot in Facebook, it denotes you with a top fan with a little diamond or something, kind of a gem. And so that's how you can become a top fan, is by lots of commenting, sharing, and I can see all my top fans by going into this list. And I am not able to download this list. All I can see are names. And so what I do is I shut my eyes and I go whoop, and I swoopy, and there it goes. So I did that just before we went live, so we didn't have to do that. And then I do another drawing for a half-off bundle. If you're in my VIP group, so my very important, I should call it my VIP group, my very important B's group. So if you're a customer who's purchased product from me in the last 6 months to a year, or if you're on my team. Now, I am going to tell you, it's getting to be the end of the year, and I will be going through that, all the people who are in that, and people who no longer are on my team or people who no longer purchase from me. Product-based classes count. And it's been like 2 years. I'm going to be going through at the end of the year and kind of cleaning that up. So if you want to stay in that group, you got to either join my team or place an order or place a product or order a product-based class. So what I do in that group is I share all of my I've got them sitting over here, all my swap cards. Kelly photographs every one of them, and they're in albums in there. So you got lots of creative inspiration. We do birthday call outs. I used to do, when I had time to do my ad hoc when I finished a bingo class, I would show how to, I did the bingos, the 2 cards from bingo. I've got them here ready to go for when I have a moment in time to do them. And then the other thing is I do a VIP prize drawing for one person to get a half off bundle. So when you go into my VIP group, I always share my showcase video, and people who either share that or basically share that video with others, they put that they shared it, and I grab everybody's name and we do a drawing. So I'm going to flip this down. We had 19 people here that did it. So we're going to go back to random number generator, hit 19, click generate. Number 17 is Lisa LaFramboise. Yay. All right, Lisa, you get a half off item. And what happens is I have a little vault of, I said drawer actually, of stuff. I should be in that group. Yes, Debbie, yes. Send me a note. I think we're friends on Facebook. That's what we need to be first. Once we're friends on Facebook, I can invite you to that page or group it is. But yes, Debbie, anybody else that fits those criteria. I don't have a good set process that, oh, somebody just purchased from me, I should invite them to my group. It's like I talk about it throughout the month, and if you are listening and you want to be part of that group, I definitely have no problem adding you. So definitely, Debbie, send me a quick note. So when I get at my computer or when I'm on my phone later, I can pull the group up and invite you to it. So yes, you definitely should be absolutely be part of that group. All right. So Lisa LaFramboise is going to, what I do is I go through my drawer. When I close workshops with you guys, for orders that you place with me, I get half off items, and I use those half off items as prizes. So I will be reaching out to Lisa to see what bundle she would like. Thanks, Deb Norman. Have a good day as well. All right, so we are going to go then to this, and it looks like 9 for the cheer squad, and we have 3 for Zoo Crew, and that means that Jean Maxwell is, she had the holiday cheer squad. She would be the winner of the scavenger hunt. But I think, it was fun to do the tiebreaker question. I think Elizabeth also will receive a prize. So when it's all said and done, you guys, both Elizabeth and Jean are considered to be winners of the scavenger hunt. So exciting for them. All right, so I generally mail my prizes out when people get classes from me. A lot of you guys that win prizes are taking my classes, and we all love to save shipping, right? So generally I wait and I hold the prizes until I know that you guys have classes going out. So if you've won a recent prize from me, just know that it's either, sitting on my back counter ready to go out, waiting for a class, or if you reach out to me and say, yep, I'm not taking any classes from you within the next 2 months, 3 months, and I ship my prize, I would be happy to do that too. So just so you guys know how the prizes work. We all love saving on shipping, right? All right. So we did it, you guys. We kept it down to about an hour, and we got through the scavenger hunt. Oh, thanks, Debbie. I'm glad. Linda Hunt, I hope you have a great weekend. Linda, did your package arrive with all of your goodies in it? Oh, my goodness. That box was fun to package for you. So what we're working on today, I'll show you here what we're working on. We are working on the Christmas cards, you guys. I took a picture of the process. We've got, that's what's going on. Boxes and boxes and catalogs are shipping out too. So I've got one more picture here. Oh, Mom blinked. Mom always blinks. Mom's helping me. Mom and Dad are here right now, actually. And so Mom was helping me work on cards, and Dad was working on helping me stamp envelopes. So that's what we got going on. And then you guys see all the catalogs along the back counter. So sale-a-bration catalogs and the spring mini catalog, they're available. If you're a customer who's purchased from me in the last 6 months, you're on my list, definitely. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or a discount shopper or a hobbyist, Stampin' Up! Is sending you your catalog directly. What else? They're doing bulk shipping though, so you may or may not have gotten it. I just got mine the other day. It just depends on when it got shipped out, I guess, and how long the postal system takes. So they do have a date that if you are a demonstrator, that if you don't get it by a certain date, you definitely want to reach out to them. And I think it's like December 23rd. So definitely you got to give it a little bit more time. So, all right. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, you guys. And I'll see you on Tuesday at 4 o'clock for the kit class. That is the plan. All right. So the scavenger was fun to do. Thanks for sharing. Good, good, good. All right. I'm glad that you had fun doing it, Randy. That makes me happy. My goal, you guys, I don't know if you realize it. My goal is for you guys to have fun and be happy. Get it? Be happy stampers. Like that is the goal. So if you're not, you got to think about what you're doing and make sure you change that up. So you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. I will see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend ahead. I'm going to count to 10 just in case it ends early. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,